Here we go. Here we go.
You guys
Yeah.
you got to be kidding me, dude. You got to be freaking kidding me. So first off,
Paulie, you're not through your microphone. You're not through your microphone.
awesome.
Play me a soundbite. Play me a soundbite. No, you're not through your microphone. Go into the settings. Designate Roadcaster. Sorry, y'all. This is what happens when we troubleshoot. We thought it was me. It turned out
Here's the best part. Here's the best freaking part.
Now you're back. Play me a soundbite just to double check. Just to double
We're
check.
good.
Please.
We're good. You know what? I told Dom I'm gonna give this effing Roadcaster like the Office Space treatment, where I just take this thing out into a field and beat its circuits into a puddle with a baseball bat. You want sound? Here, I'll give you a Grodin.
What the hell? What the hell?
Yeah, everybody's good. You guys, so first off, sorry. Thanks for your patience, everybody. It has come to my attention that while we were fixing this ridiculous gear that we have, are you telling me they trotted Walker out there and he just pissed away the game? Is that what you, because I didn't see it, but I'm just getting updates. Is that what happened?
Paulie. 1 run given up in the 9th. 2 runs given up in the 9th. Paulie, his new name, Ryan Walkoff. I don't know.
How about Ryan walk the hell away from this team? Go. Just get up, get him out. I told you guys. See, I'm pissed now. I told you guys I didn't want to see him trying to close out games. That is not where he belongs, dude. The fact that he was out there and by the way, another just wasted Logan Webb effort. He pitched his ass off today.
Yeah, Paulie, you're blurry. I need you to come back in, dude. I'm so sorry. Oh, you guys, this is the worst. So I turn on my Roadcaster, everything's fine on my end. Then Paulie turns on his, everything's fine on his end. Then we connect, and then Paulie's like, I can't hear you. And I said, wait a second, I can hear you. And then I brought Dom in, and Dom's like, Tony, I can hear you. And Dom and I can hear each other. Then we figured out it was on Paulie's end. Paulie had to reset everything. So now I guess with the reset, he's a little blurry. He's coming back momentarily. But yes, y'all. Yes, y'all. And you don't stop. Sorry, little Beastie Boys for y'all. Actually, let's make sure my soundboard works because I can play a little
Drop.
There we go. 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Ryan Walker. Okay, I'm only saying this because Walker blew the save, and it's hindsight being 2020. But I did have the thought in the 8th of like, damn, Miller looks good. Miller, I wasn't thinking, oh, he needs to stay in for the 9th, but I did think Miller looks good. Now, hindsight being 2020, maybe they should have just left well enough alone and left Miller in the game to close it out. Miller also has this like a-hole mentality. I don't know if Walker does or not, but if you've seen the John Boy Media breakdown of the Eric Miller Reds outing, when he's like, F you, F you, F you, and F you. If you do that, if you see that, he's got some red ass in him. So I don't know. Maybe you leave Miller in the game. Stand by, Paulie back.
Hey man, while you were dropping all those FUs, you know what I just thought of? I thought of the scene in Half Baked with Dave Chappelle when the kid, he's part of like the Half Baked trio. You got Chappelle, you got Jim Brewer, and then the other dude, the Hispanic kid. I forget his name. You know the guy I'm talking about? He works in a fast food place. He's flipping burgers, that character.
Yes.
Okay, well, when he quits his job, he basically does exactly what you did. He lets one guy off the hook. He's like, F you, F you. He goes, you're cool. F you, I'm out. And then he just walks away. Yeah.
Probably the reason I was saying that is because I was saying hindsight being 2020. I prefaced it with that, but that maybe they just let Miller close out the game because he looked good in the 8th. And I was saying Miller has some red ass in him. And if you saw the Reds game in the beanball game with the Reds, when he closed it out,
he's telling everybody to go F off. F you. And I'll tell you what, see, Tony's on to something. Mike Krukow, I carry all these like nuggets of baseball knowledge around with me, and they were planted in my head from Mike Krukow over all the years. And Krukow always told us, like over the years, that it takes a different kind of not only mentality, but it takes a different kind of like dude to be a closer.
You got to be out of your mind. You have to be out of your mind.
To your point, think about Brian Wilson.
Yeah.
Guy's totally out of his mind, cracked.
Dude, think about Eric Gagne. Think about the D bag in Boston. What's his name? The big lefty, Chapman, Aroldis Chapman. Think about Rob Nen was out of his mind. Rod Beck out of his mind.
Oh, Shooter, rest in peace, Shooter, rest in peace.
I mean, this kid Mason Miller, who's just mowing down people like it's freaking little league. He's out of his mind. I mean,
tell you what, I think that sorry to interrupt you, but I'm kind of upset about this loss because Webb pitched so beautifully today, and he walks off with nothing. And I got to tell you, this has to be the last time we see Walker try to close a game. I do not want, if Vitello throws him out there again in the ninth, we got a problem because he has shown us time and time again he is not the closer. He's not the guy. He does not belong. How did it happen? We were trying to fix all our tech problems. How did the Giants miss the
split? He gave up a triple. I know he gave up a triple.
Oh, perfect. What, like a leadoff triple? Just get a guy on third. Yeah.
He gave up the rarest hit in baseball, the triple.
I love a triple, by the way. It's one of the most exciting plays in baseball.
The second rarest hit. Inside the park home run is probably the rarest.
You ever see one in person?
A triple?
Inside the Parker.
No, I don't think I have.
Saw one. I saw Bonds hit one. I saw Bonds hit an inside the Parker at Candlestick. And it was like in 90, it was either 96 or 97. It was a day game, middle of the week. Anyway, I saw one of those. But anyway, what a disappointing loss for the Giants. How's everybody doing today, by the way? Don Peralta, Joe Schmo. Oh, pre-show post of the day from like half an hour ago is going to go to Joe Schmo because Joe Schmo, you said something on the comment line that has been in my head for years, which is Marsh looks like he just crawled out of a swamp with that hair, the greasy. What the hell kind of look is that? What is that?
I'm all for it, dude. I'm all for it. The guy's got the long beard, the long hair. I love it, dude. And poor Patrick Bailey, man. He cannot buy a break, dude. Patrick Bailey,
the guy hitting $137.
No, but he crushed a baseball to the fence, to the wall, and left. And Marsh made an outstanding catch. I have a topic I want to talk about with Bailey later on in the show, Paulie. But dude, you know what? More than Bailey and more than Marsh and more than the Phillies. God, I don't like the Phillies, man. Although those are the best uniforms in baseball, hands down.
Well, the throwbacks, the powder blues they had on, those are pretty badass, dude. The only difference is in the 70s when they had like Mike Schmidt and who was their stuff? Oh, Steve Carlton and Greg Lazinski, Larry Bowen. Those were great Phillies teams. But Tony, back in the day, they had the powder blue, bro, with the zipper. Dude, the jersey used to zip.
Their pinstripes had zippers too, man. They were all about the zipper.
Dude, zippers. Imagine. Oh, God.
Yeah, you're right, dude. Facet. It looks like Facet 925. You're right. Logan Webb is the one who can't catch a break. You're absolutely right.
God,
but Paulie, here's the thing, though, dude. Here's the freaking thing, dude. Matt Chapman whiffing on a slider with 2 runners on. Dude, you're getting paid a lot of money, man. You come up with runners in scoring position and you gag again. Devers is now batting 203. Adames is now under 200 at 197, dude. Bailey under 200 at 149. You're not going to win ball games with 3 guys and 2 of them being your main dudes hitting 200 or under 200. It's just not in the cards, dude. This is really Devers is really now I'm like Dan Cochimilio status.
I love this. I love Angry Tony, dude. Go red. Get go.
Dude, I'm watching this game, man. I'm like, oh, beautiful 935 ball.
It wasn't that great, dude. There's nothing better than pouring coffee and watching ball like early. Yeah, it's the greatest.
Fantastic. I was so excited. The kids out of the house, Megan out of the house. I had the house.
Ooh, look at this kid running around, probably got no clothes on, drinking coffee.
Dude, I was doing like risky business. I just run around my underwear with the freaking
with a dress shirt, with like a dress shirt on and your undies. Yeah. Just get those old records off the shelf. Yeah.
But my thing is, man, and I do see that Devers is supposedly a really good dude and a good clubhouse guy and a good teammate. All that. But dude, you're making $27.5 million this year. Oh, guess what, Paulie? After this year, the dude gets a $4 million a year raise. He's getting a raise after this performance, dude.
Hey.
Time out. I'm not done.
No, I love this. Go. And the audience, by the way, real quick, Noemi, ticked off Tony is great. Don Peralta, Code Red Tony, Patty from Napa, Feisty Tony is awesome.
Yeah, dude. And Joe Schmo, you're right. Only 7 more years. Great. Awesome.
Yeah, cool. Great.
But the whole Devers thing, dude, is he is so deep in his own head right now, and he's trying so hard that it's like, man, I'm telling you, give him the hit and run every pitch. Give him the hit and run every pitch, and that's the only way he's going to break out of it, man. He's swinging. His pitch selection is and I'm not a professional athlete, so I don't know what it's like to face the nastiness of the pitching that Philly has. But I will say, man, you're getting paid a lot of money. You're coming up with runners on base, and then here's what really ticked me off about Devers, dude, is because what was it? What inning was it? Hold on, it was the Bryce Harper hit a single. I think it was in the first inning or second inning.
Yeah.
Ground ball between Arise and Devers. And dude, Devers just gives up on the ball. And I was like,
wait.
It was a base hit in the first inning, I think. Bryce Harper, just a dribbler. And I actually recorded it on my phone.
I didn't see this at bat, so tell me about this. I didn't see it.
The base hit, a ground ball base hit between first and second. And Devers just literally, he could have easily kept going for the ball. And maybe, how about here's a concept: get dirty.
Yeah.
How about get dirty for your pitcher? You got Logan Webb, the ace of your staff. Get dirty for him and get the out. Harper's not beating that ball. I'm like, dude, you're getting paid that kind of money, and you're just gonna let this ball just dribble past you. Like, it really that pissed me off more than his at bats today, because I'm like, dude, you're in there, and if you're not swinging the bat, then you better do something defensively to help your team.
Yeah, good point. No, that's a great point. And that's you see, you're hitting everything right now, Tony. And I will say this, like, that's why we talked about this last night. Maybe Vitello should sit his ass down for a game or two. Yeah. Like, honestly, give this guy a breather. Let him just get out of his own head, like you said. You know, and the other thing, you mentioned Adames in there. And what's his batting average? What's he hitting right now?
$197.
Sure.
$197.
Sure. Right. But Will Clark, dude, must be.
Hold on, by the way, Paulie. Now Adames, he was in his last 7 games, he was 1 for 30 with 14 Ks. Today he had what? 2 more Ks? Today he was over 3.
Yep.
He walked at least once. He had a good bad. He had 1 K. So now he is 1 for 33 with 15 Ks in his last 8 games. That's not cutting it, dude.
No,
drop a bunt down, mix it up, dude. Go up there left-handed. I don't know, man, but like, do something. Like, it's the old, you know what I'm saying? Like Stevie B said, do something.
Yeah, somebody do something. Put the ball in play. Let's just see what happens. And Tony, I got to say, with Adames, believe it or not, man, he's a guy. I know this is going to sound crazy, but I actually am confident he'll come out of this, because he did this last year too. If you remember, when Adames first came to San Francisco, he was cold. He was cold for a long time. And I remember Buster had to come out and like address it. And like, guys, you got to be patient. It's going to happen. And it did. Yeah. Adames started. So I believe he will start hitting. When it comes to Devers, though, see, I tell you guys occasionally about, this crew of friends I have back in Boston. These are guys I went to college with, and they're all hardcore, Red Sox, Celtics, the whole thing. So they told me, this is what these guys told me from Boston after experiencing Devers as a Red Sox. They're like, I'm telling you right now, you might have this like honeymoon period with him, but it's going to turn.
Paulie, we didn't even get the honeymoon.
Not really.
We didn't even get the freaking honeymoon. We just went straight to the boring, like when the relationship fizzles and there's no spark. That's where we are, dude. We're like 10 years into the relationship, and it's like, hey honey, hey what's going on? Hey, how are the kids? How's your day? Your day good? Okay, what do we have for dinner? That's where we are with Devers, dude. Here's what I want to do.
A couple of quick things, a couple of observations. One, that was one of the greatest tirades you've had since we started the PMP show. Why don't you flag some of that? I'm dead serious about this. I want you to cut a couple of shorts of you losing your mind, and then I want to introduce that to the Bay Area. Ladies and gentlemen, meet Code Red Tony, because we all enjoyed that very much. Big Al is saying trade Devers, trade his ass. You got Devers, you got Chapman. It's crazy, too. The biggest money players on this team are not producing. And meanwhile, you got a guy like Logan Webb, who is the heartbeat and captain of this team. And like you said, you got guys at first base unwilling to extend and get dirty for a ball. It's not a good sign. And how many times is Logan Webb just going to get screwed out of a beautiful start? Like, I'm so sick of this. He is Matt Cain 2.0. It's official. I mean, this is exactly what Matt Cain went through. And I don't know what's behind it. I can't speak to it. All I know is Walker does not belong in the 9th. I hope that's the last time we see him in the 9th. And what time is first pitch of the second game? What time is the second game?
2:35, Paulie. But I will say, again, this is not Vitello's fault. Again, I saw the creative lineup Vitello went with today, and it produces 2 runs in the first inning. I'm like, oh, but
that's all you get. That's all you get. You get the 2, and that's it. We're done for the rest of the game.
To the credit, dude, the Phillies pitching is nasty. I mean, they've got some really good pitchers.
Is pitching nasty, or is it the Giants just can't hit the side of a freaking barn with a beach ball? You know what I mean?
Combination.
Shout out Aerosmith combination. Go ahead, Tony.
Nice. By the way, some just live show production. Rod Brooks, who I texted him earlier today, he was going to come on today and talk about Rockets Lakers, and he'll talk.
We're going to hit that today too. I'm telling you, we sprinkled particles on that game last night.
But who do you hate more, Paulie, LeBron or Şengün? Like the two of them going at it. I'm like, God, this is like.
You want to know what's crazy, Tony? Great question. And I got to tell you, last year when the Warriors played the Rockets in the playoffs, I hated Şengün's guts. Right now, I'm a huge fan. I'm like, yeah, Euro step your ass right to the rim. Because, dude, they are sticking it to the Lakers. And just to refresh real quick, 5 seconds on this.
Yeah.
The Lakers, Tony, they had a 3-0 lead in this series.
Let's go.
Old man Bron is going to be sweating his A off. I'm telling you, I think the Rockets are going to win game 6. And then, who knows? Game 7, anything could happen. All I do know, Tony, is his reports out of Houston already. KD probably won't play in game 6 either.
You know what, dude? It's probably better, but stand by.
Oh, yeah. It's business time.
Probably going to handle some business right now.
Did you want to finish your Rod Brooks, though, scouting?
That's part of the business. So,
I see.
Yeah. But again, just if you're on YouTube watching the show, please like and subscribe while you're there. And please comment on the videos. And after the show, please comment on the video after the fact. Or if you're watching Greg Cosell from Wednesday, if you're watching Peter Hartlaub, or Paulie, if you're going to be watching Rod Brooks, join us later today. I just got a text message from Rod. He said, hey, yo, I can do it now. So I texted Rod earlier saying, hey, do you want to talk Rockets, Lakers? Rod just did the post-game show on NBC Sports Bay Area, and he just texted me saying, yo, I can do today now if you guys want. And I said, hell yeah.
Okay, so, what time? What time's Brooksy?
We're going to have him on in like 10 minutes. So we'll bring Brooksy on. So Dom Peralta, can you just do us a behind-the-scenes favor and email? No, actually, I can do it. Because I have his email. So I'll email Rod the link, and then we'll get Rod to come on.
Watch how we troubleshoot together as a team, Tony. Watch this.
Yeah. I got to get supers too, by the way. There's supers I got to get to.
Okay. Here's what we're going to do. You start typing to Brooksy. Mm-hmm. I'm going to start giving some love to Dr. Matt Young just to give you a breather. You type to Rod. Get me in the mouth, though, if you could. And then I'll take it from there. Okay. I want to see teeth. I want arms. I want to be in the lips. I want the whole thing. And I'm glad Brooksy's coming on, dude. I can't wait to talk Rockets ball with Rod Brooks. I'm like very excited about it.
We can also talk Ryan Walkoff as well. So hang by.
Ryan effing Walker. I'm done. I'm done with Ryan Walker, man. I'm done with that dude. Anyway, thank you. Okay, Tony, do your thing with Rod Brooks, and I'm going to talk Dr. Matt Young and the Young Dental Group. Listen, we love Dr. Matt Young. Hope to see him at our next PNP outing. And a little update within the Dr. Young spot here. Just so you guys know, Tony, myself, our business advisor, Patty from Napa, we all had a conversation a couple of days ago. We are now we're zeroing in on our Giants outing this year, guys. So I can tell you this: it's going to be the game will be in August. There's a couple of, and we're trying to get a Friday game this year, so we can all really just get loose and have a good time. So we should have that date, I think. Dom, right? Like by next week, hopefully we should have that date for you. So get ready for that. But I was going to say next time we have a Giants outing like that, I hope Dr. Matt Young joins us because he's always a fun guy to have around at the PMP events. Anyway, Young Dental, the Young Dental Group in San Francisco, 490 Post Street, right off of Union Square. Tony has been turned on to the joys and the wonders of Dr. Matt Young and the great work that he does. He's been in practice for over 25 years. Tony's had his wife, his kids. I've had myself, my wife. I mean, we've been seeing Dr. Young in my household for over a decade, and I have nothing but good things to say about this guy. He really is a genuinely great dude. Fits in beautifully with the PMP familia, the PMP army, what have you. So get on down there. General dentist, implant dentist, whatever you need, comprehensive dental care across the board, fillings, implants, veneers, emergency care, orthodontics, cleanings. He's got all that happening for you. Also, he's going to calm your nerves. If you're a nervous Nelly like me in the dentist chair, you're not going to have that problem with Dr. Matt Young. His bedside manner, if you will, is spectacular. He really is. He's a very soothing, calming presence. He also specializes in implant surgeries and implant restorations. And I'd like to say this as often as possible, get this out there. Dr. Matt Young, our guy, our friend, he is the president of the presidente of the American Academy of Implant Dentistry. Check out the just dozens, hundreds, thousands of positive reviews on Yelp and Google. You'll see what we're talking about. It's not just us. People love this guy, and for good reason. He does great work. He's a great dude, accepts pretty much all the major insurance companies. So make your appointment today. Reach out to Dr. Matt Young. Start that relationship. You guys can thank me later. I'm sure you're going to want to because he is so awesome. 415-392-8611. 415-392-8611. Of course, you can always email Dr. Young as well, Tony. It's info@youngdentalsf.com. The hair, the teeth, the tan skin, it's all waiting for you with Dr. Matt Young. And thank you, Dr. Matt Young. We freaking love you, buddy.
Paulie, I think I have the remedy. Can I have some? I have the remedy for Devers, because Devers needs a teeth whitening like nobody's business, dude, because of all that chaw he's got in his cheek, right?
Yeah,
so
good call. Yeah.
I think we need to get Devers into the chair of Dr. Young.
Why don't we get him in a chair and just fill him up full of nitrous and just maybe that'll
go on a nice hallucinogenic trip under some nitrous and clear your mind, but at least let the calm vibes of Dr. Young soothe Devers and maybe just refocus him. Maybe we can do that when they come back home. Dr. Young will call you. We'll set you up with Devers in the chair. Paulie, we got to get to supers before Rod Brooks coming on in about 10 minutes. Stand by.
Yes, business. You're trying to say it's time for business. It's business time. Ooh.
All right, buddy. Candlestick Kid.
Giants baseball? Fun. Fun. Yeah, it's fun. It is fun, right? Candlestick Kid. I love pissing away leads in the ninth. I'm telling you, I'm done with Walker. I don't know how many times I got to say it. I don't want to see him in the ninth again under any circumstance. He showed us time and time again that ain't for him. That's just not where he belongs, man. Yeah. Don't do it again. Don't do it.
It's tough. And again, hindsight 2020, but Miller looked good in the eighth. Maybe you leave Miller in the ninth.
Yes, you do leave him in the. Yes, Tony. Yes, he's getting guys out, throw him back out there. You want to win the game or not?
I mean, remember, it's the eye test. Don't put somebody to close the game just because he's your closer or you're trying to make him your closer. Just win the freaking game, especially when you're scuffling. Anyways, Scarlet Fire is a super. Scarlet Fire, look at this. She says, tell Devers there's a can of chew under second base. He'll find a way there. That's freaking beautiful.
I love it.
You're on point. You're on point. And thank you for being a member for 11 months.
Thanks,
so
Bonnie. Always a pleasure. Yeah.
Candlestick Kid. Now, this is Candlestick Kid doubling up on the super. Says, call up Eldridge now.
Well, I mean, that's going to be.
We plan to talk about this today, Paulie. You saw what he did yesterday.
I did.
You see what he's doing overall.
I think he had 2 home runs and he went 4 for 5 yesterday. Oh, Tony, I got to get a plug in real quick too. I forgot. I got to throw this out there. If you guys want a double shot of Paulie Mackness today, I'm actually going to be jumping on another show this afternoon, 5:45. My buddy Walter. His show is called Rounding Third and King. He does his own. He's one of our buddies from KNBR. Great kid, Walter Ibaka. Love that dude. So I'm going to jump on with Walter at 5:45. Again, the name of the show is Rounding Third and King. If you want more Giants talk, and I'll pick his brain too. And I'll ask him, like, what do you think? Bryce Eldridge, is this the time? Maybe Devers just telling us what we need to know. Call the kid up. Let's try him for a couple of games. I'm not opposed to it at this point. I'm not.
Yeah, it's such a tricky thing because obviously Eldridge is playing with a ton of confidence and seeing the ball well. But again, it's AAA baseball, not the bigs, and National League pitching, especially pitching in Philly. It's so nasty. So, but like we said, and again, Paulie, we both said during spring training, what's wrong with just starting the season with Eldridge and bat him 8th? He can't do worse than Bailey. He can't do worse than Devers and Adames right now.
That's right.
Bailey is batting $143, dude. Anyways, we'll finish the supers and we can keep going. Candlestick Kid, thank you for the super. Much love. And then Don Peralta, our main man, Don Peralta of Stellar Design. He says the baseball gods sent us Devers for the Pablo Sandoval Red Sox years. Eye for an eye. That's interesting, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know what to think about this whole thing, but when you see Kyle Harrison shoving, as the kids say, by the way, Paulie, that's what the kids say now. When somebody pitches well, they shove.
Okay.
So when you see Kyle Harrison shoving in Milwaukee or for Milwaukee in his first 5 starts with a 2.23 ERA.
I'd like to give Ryan Walker a shove. I'd like to shove him, you know?
Well, let's give him a slap instead, man. I'm going to give him another slap. That's for the first one you gave up. And that's for the second run you gave up. So,
hey, how about the Rags perspective? By the way, shout out to my boy Rags. He's on the highways of the East Coast right now, driving back from Pittsburgh to New Jersey. He's on the road right now, Tony. He's literally in his car. Nice. Hey, Tracy, how you doing, Tracy? Much love, my girl. That's Rags' better half. Anyway, Rags says it's so wild being on the outside, looking at all of this anger and rage. Well, Rags, that's what happens when you're beating the Phillies. You're supposed to wrap the game up. You're 3 outs away, and then we bring in this tool, Ryan Walker, to piss it all away. A lot of anger and rage today, Rags. You're all over it.
Oh man, I don't know, but Paulie, I was actually in a great mood this morning watching ball, and I was like, okay,
Mike Damone. I woke up in a great mood this morning. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. Dude.
After he fights Ratner. Okay, you want to do something about it? And by the way, he puts his fist up like this, like Jack Johnson. You want to do something about it? You know what I mean? Yeah.
And by the way, talk about two dudes who've never been in a fist fight. Is that scene?
Let's remember, Damone is in a towel, dude. He's wearing a freaking towel, getting ready to throw hands.
Oh, yeah. Dude, you want to do something about it, Rat? But I had all these notes today. Hey, I liked the lineup Vitella put together. Bailey defensive only subject. Devers defense. I actually wanted to talk about the live players. All of a sudden want to go come back to the PGA. Oh, hey, live players, double guns, by the way. All of a sudden, you're going to lose your funding and you want to come back to the PGA? Double freaking guns, man. Sorry, Paulie.
I love this. No, more angry, Tony. It's good. I think the audience is you're winning people over here, Tony. How about Red Jet Shell? Dude, it's spreading. The anger is spreading. It's an angry Thursday on PMP. Red Jet Shell, who's one of our favorites, she goes, and she's like, strikes me as a pacifist. She's such a chill girl. She goes, I feel like throwing hands sometimes. So, Red Jet Shell, you came to the right place today, man. It's all toxic. It's all anger. It's an anger and rage Thursday on the PMP show, man. Maybe Brooksy will calm the waters a little,
Well, Brooksy will always, but Brooksy's feeling good. I want to talk to Brooksy about this kid, Reed Shepherd, for the Rockets, dude. LeBron.
Reed Shepherd, this is my new freaking hero. Taking the ball out of LeBron's hands with a smooth layup. And then at the end of the game, I don't know if you guys saw the post-game interview with this kid. First of all, he looks like a high school kid. I love this guy. And they were interviewing him after the game last night because he had a couple of really big moments. If you didn't see the game, he stripped the ball out of LeBron's hands and took it back for a layup, and he had a couple of big shots. And then after the game, he was all polite and soft-spoken, and he's like, yeah, I actually have a cold. I don't feel that good. I'm like, I freaking love this kid. So, yes, we're definitely going deep on Rockets ball with Brooksy. I can't wait.
I want to show this video right now that we can talk about Brooksy. But, dude, he did that after LeBron gave him a nice shove. And dude, let's let the video do the talking.
Show me a sequence, T. Yeah.
Like Aerosmith let the music do the talking. Let's let the video do the talking.
Let the music do the talking. All right, here we go.
So watch this whole sequence, dude. This is freaking great. So LeBron, by the way, did not look good in the final minutes.
He's getting old, dude. I think the fatigue is setting in, and it's only the first round. And the old man I think he's feeling it. The legs are getting heavy. Yeah.
Old man, look at my life.
I'm a lot like you were. Great track, by the way, dude. Great track.
One of his best. Stand by. Watch this.
On the drive.
He makes the bucket. Now watch LeBron.
You know what? And of course, the guy's half his size, dude. Pick on someone your own size. Right
here, he just did not have to bump Reed Shepherd. Bumps
look
him.
how small Shepherd is. He's a little kid.
Right now, watch how Shepherd takes over, dude. It's the freaking best.
Yeah.
This guy's getting a lot of camera time.
It's a 3-point game.
Go ahead, Shepherd. Take him to school, baby. Take him to school. Look at my guy. Look at my guy.
Shepherd.
You damn right. Boom.
Now, that's just on the offensive side. Now look at the defensive side.
Here comes the pick. Here comes the pickpocket. This is beautiful.
Two of them, Paulie. Two of them. Stand by.
Reed Shepherd pushes it back to 2 possessions.
What a gutsy basket by Reed Shepherd. Mishandled the ball out top, but didn't panic.
James has it ripped away. Shepherd on the steal and the flush. 4 straight enormous points from Reed Shepherd.
By the way, did you just see LeBron there? He was about to yell at somebody else.
He doesn't know who to yell at.
Yeah.
Well, guess what, jackass? You're the guy who just got the ball taken away. You got the ball taken. And look at my guy, by the way. No expression on his face.
He just got back from senior prom in like junior year of high school.
He looks like Anthony Kiedis' little brother. You know what I mean? I see some Kiedis in this face. I do. Yeah.
Well, then watch the final pick, dude, and then we'll go back.
Okay. And the lead is back to 7 on the drive.
Oh, sorry. There it is, Polly. That was it. So, Reed Shepherd for life. Rockets. I hate to say this. I've never been on the Rockets bandwagon before.
Neither have I. This is the first time in my life. Totally.
Yeah. But now, Paulie, just entering the green room is our main freaking man.
I can't wait. It's all Rockets all the time. Let's do it, man.
Yeah, dude, all Rockets all the time. And with Hakeem, hopefully Hakeem the Dream jersey is still on the back of his chair. Here it is. Yeah, hold on. Let me get rid of that, Rod.
Yeah, get that thing up there. Hell yes, bro.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude. Hey, you know what? I tell you what, Rod, this is the first time I think in the entirety of our relationship where we're all on the Rockets bandwagon, dude. I'm riding hard with the Rockets. And I'm telling you what, dude, old man Braun, get the dream out there, man. Let's go.
At that thing.
Let's freaking go, dude. I'm telling you, in the name of Ralph Sampson, let's get this done, baby.
Yes. In the name of Vernon Maxwell.
Yeah, dude, yes. That's what I'm talking about, man. What was the old coach, Brooksy? I'm forgetting. Oh, Tom Jonovich.
Tom Jonovich.
Yeah, dude, in the name of Tom Jonovich. Let's go. And Brooksy, I like where your Rockets are, bro. I like the whole feel of this. How you doing, man?
I'm doing great. Love you guys.
Love you.
I mean, obviously, we could chop it up about any and everything on camera, off camera, but to know that you guys are, to know that we are bound
We're connected
by our over hatred of
Yes.
the Lakers.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
To know that my boys
Oh.
are Rockets fans because you hate the Lakers just as much as I do
Totally.
as a born and raised Houstonian and of course a Rockets fan. This is great because all day, every day, it's F the Lakers.
Yeah.
Right. I don't want the Lakers to win nothing. Like I don't want the Dodgers to win nothing. I don't want the Yankees to win nothing. I don't want the Cowboys to win nothing. So I love it, but here's the thing, and this is the fan in me, that they should be up 3-2. They should be up 3-2. They got horsewhipped in the first two games.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But game 3, you blow a 6-point lead in less than a shot clock's length of time.
Oof.
Because they played well in that game 3.
They did.
Just like they played well in game 4, just like they played well last night. And the Lakers are in trouble. If their backs are not up against the wall, their backs are rapidly closing in on a wall that the Rockets are pushing them towards. But I cannot shake that blown 6-point lead in game 3 because the Rockets should be on the verge of closing this series out tomorrow night in H-Town, but they're not. All that being said, they can win game 6 and they can definitely go to LA and win game 7.
Go ahead. Yes,
Hey,
I totally agree with that, Brooksy. Yes.
Brooksy, I want to get the business out of the way first because you're getting love already from our chat and from our
Nice.
supers. First of all, Patty from Napa, she says, I needed Brooksy today.
We all need some Brooksy. We do. Yeah.
Glad you were here.
I'm glad
Patty.
I could be here. I didn't know if I'd be able to make it because I had some NBC Sports Bay Area duties to take care of. But since the Giants decided to not let that game go into extra innings and just have Ryan Walker blow that bad boy outright,
Get it over with. Yeah.
I was able to finish my hit on the post-game show and come and hang out with you guys at the time that we almost had set up anyway. So it
I
worked.
appreciate it. I
Yeah,
appreciate
dude.
it. Go ahead, Steve.
If there's a silver lining to that Ryan walk-off, it's that, Brooksy. So thank you, dude, for taking the time, especially just coming off the show at NBC Sports Bay Area.
Are you
Man.
doing the second game too, Brooksy? Are you going
No, just the first one. Yeah.
Okay.
Right on.
Okay.
And then Paulie, standby. Red Jet Shell says Brooks's presence is the anger management we knew we needed. Because Rod, he was an angry show before he came on, man.
Oh, he was flipping out. Yeah.
I'm flipping out at Devers, man, more than Walker. I'm flipping out at Adamas batting buck 97. I'm flipping out at Devers batting 203. I'm batting at Pat Bailey buck 43. I'm batting at Chapman not coming through with runners in scoring position.
There he goes again. He's getting wound up. Yeah.
But I will say this, just because I said it on the post-game show. before, let's say a couple of weeks ago, I had reservations about the Giants being able to do anything on a day in and day out basis that they could rely on.
Yeah.
I think where we are now, going into the 6th week of the season, going into May, I really do think, even with today, I really do think this is a Giants team that when, if, and maybe beyond, they get some offensive consistency. I think this is a team that can rely on pitching and defense. They have 3 legitimate starters. Landon Roof is an absolute stud.
He's
and the
great.
Giants bullpen, Walker's walk-off notwithstanding, since April 7th, Giants bullpen, number 1 in ERA, number 1 in WHIP, number 1 in opponents' average against.
Nice.
And I think they can figure out their closer situation. I'm forgetting the kid's name that I think should be the closer. I'll see if I can look it up here in just a second. But they have a solid enough bullpen and solid enough pitching, and I think they're good enough defensively to where they can rely on that game in, game out. And all they got to do is get enough defense. And listen, I think we all knew watching this game, 2 runs in Philly, 2 runs is not going to win you that baseball game. They needed to get an insurance run. They needed to get 3 runs across. But you're getting some good stuff out of Schmidt. Lee is looking like what people expected him to look like, what they saw in him when he was in Korea.
Yeah.
Ramos was hitting the ball all over the place today. That Devers and Chapman thing, it's a problem. Somebody mentioned this on Twitter, and I think this can't work. It might have been Dieter Kurtenbach who mentioned this, that they need to do with Devers what they did with Adames last year. Remember when they gave him a couple of days off?
That's what I said. We've been saying that, Brooksy. Absolutely.
They're going to have to do that because right now, opposing pitchers are not respecting Devers whatsoever. They just we just going to rear back and throw it because we know you're not going to do anything.
And they're beating them with fastballs, Brooksy. They're just
all fastballs.
Yeah.
All
fastballs. It's great.
I mean, Brooksy, and your boys play ball. Slumps are real, man.
Yep.
And when you're in it, I was telling Paulie this yesterday. When you're in it, it's the worst feeling in I've ever had playing sports because you feel like you're never going to come out of it. And that's where he's got to be. He was talking to himself on the bench today after his second at bat. He's just like, I don't get so I get where he's saying. I get what he's saying to himself and why he's frustrated. But I was telling Paulie, it's almost to the point where you got to give him the hit and run sign every time and just swing no matter where the ball is. And maybe you run into something and you get that feeling back of strong connection and strong contact. I don't know what else to do.
I mean, does he have to modify, not change? Does he have to modify his approach? I mean, he's a guy who's looking to make big, loud contact every single time. I'm not expecting him to be, like an old school 8th place National League hitter where he's handling the bat and I'm not expecting him to be Luis Arraez. Right. Again, Luis Arraez is doing what you expected Luis Arraez to do, surprise defensively. So I'm not expecting Devers to all of a sudden square around and bunt, but maybe just try to get a little contact. Maybe try to go the other way if at all possible. Just like a basketball player in a slump. Just see something go through the basket, a layup, a free throw. Just get some sort of contact where you go. Not only did that feel good, but you can see where Devers is gripping. And Tony, you just alluded to this when you're in a slump. Not only do you feel bad about what you're doing, but you also feel like you're not helping the team win or you're actively hurting the team. Right. That's where the mind F comes in. And Major League Baseball players are not immune to that.
One last thing, Paulie, and then you take over. I was also venting about Devers because he's not contributing offensively. He needs to do something defensively, and he let a base hit by Bryce Harper go through the hole today. He just gave up on. I'm like, you know what, dude? Show your team that if you're sucking at the plate right now, get your uniform dirty, sell out for that baseball.
Even if you don't make the play, at least extend for it. Try.
I don't disagree with you at all. But and effort has nothing to do whether you are naturally a fit for that position or not.
Right.
But he ain't a first baseman.
Right.
That's the other thing.
Now, again, that doesn't preclude you from, as you said, Tony, rightfully so, getting dirty, contributing in some way, shape, or form, or just, I don't even call it false hustle, just showing that you are trying to contribute. Right. But he's not a first baseman. He's a third baseman by trade, and he doesn't want to DH.
You know, and what I'm hoping, you guys, is that it doesn't get to the point where he starts, I don't want to say starts pouting, but I don't want it to get to the point where it turns the way it turned in Boston, because he went from being like a fan favorite to all of Fenway Park saying, get this guy out of here. Yeah. So I'm hoping it doesn't start to get toxic like that. And I think, like you guys are saying, the only way out of it is to make contact and just get back on base, start hitting the ball.
It's a different ecosystem out here, as you guys know. You know, San Francisco, he's not going to get booed. And people are not going to be actively jeering him in the stands. Now, there might be some murmurs. There might be some people like, oh, God, there are going to be some groans and some eye rolling. But, you know, San Francisco is in Boston. It is in Philly. You know, like the Phillies are struggling. They had guys go to the Flyers-Penguins Stanley Cup playoff game. They had Philly players go. They showed up on the Jumbotron, and they got booed by 18,000 people. Classic. That's Philly. That would if Devers would go to a Sharks playoff game, if they were in the playoffs and they showed him on the Jumbotron, he would get polite applause. There would be no booing.
Great call. All right, well, listen, you guys, I got to take this opportunity. I got to go back to the Rockets, Brooks.
Yes.
I got Rockets fever. I'll tell you this, dude. First of all, my new freaking hero, Reed Shepherd. I love this kid. First of all, he looks like a high school player, right? He looks like the boy next door. And the way he just pickpocketed Braun last night and took it to the rim, such a great moment. And he did the post-game interview and everything. But I think the biggest question, and this is where everybody is right now, I think nationally, is Kevin Durant. Like, I've already heard reports out of Houston that it's very unlikely we're going to see him in Game 6. Again, it's an ankle bone bruise. But, like, just give me your feelings on KD. Like, do you expect, if there is a Game 7, is there a shot, Brooksy, we would see him on the floor? And is that a good thing? Because they're playing well without him.
See, that's the thing. It's lunacy to say the Rockets are a better team without Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
But I think where they are right now, they were shell-shocked not having him there for Game 1, and they just simply did not play well in Game 2. But I think the way, in particular, Jabari Smith Jr. has played, I think the way that these guys are playing, they're just like, listen, KD's not here. He's not going to save us. Let's just go out there and play Rockets basketball that they played last year and they played this year, which is, we're going to get after you defensively and we're going to overwhelm you athletically. And so to know that you can rely, like we talked about with the Giants, what can you do on a day in and day out basis that you can rely on, even when other parts of your game's not working? When you're the Rockets, they're not a particularly heavy scoring team. Obviously without Kevin Durant. Okay, so you know you're going to be missing 30 points. And that's a big 30 points.
Yeah.
But what do you do and what can you rely on? You know you can rely on when you don't have Kevin Durant in those 30 points. We can defend and we can overwhelm you athletically. So I think for these still young Rockets players to know, all right, man, we're missing one of the greatest of all time. And we're missing 30 points from one of the greatest of all time. But that don't mean we can't defend. That don't mean we're still not the best offensive rebounding team in the league, which leads to extra possessions, which, if you do it right, is going to lead to second chance points. So I think these Rockets young players knowing we're still a good team that's hard to beat even without Kevin Durant. There's a belief system there. And looking at the Lakers, they're not as big and as athletic and as athletically talented as the Rockets. Obviously, they're missing Luka, and Austin Reeves came back, but I think we saw him sort of tail off in the second half because he hadn't played meaningful basketball because of his injury. And it's a Laker team that, you know, even when you had Austin Reeves and Luka there and LeBron, it was still roster construction wise a little bit, if not a lot bit flawed in certain areas. So for the Rockets, you're a better basketball team with Kevin Durant, but you're still a good basketball team even without him because of how good they are defensively, because of how good they are offensive rebound wise, and because of the length and athleticism that they length and athleticism. I mean, they're not going to get any smaller. They're not going to get any less athletic, and they're not going to forget how to defend an offensive rebound. All they have to do is get enough scoring, and they got enough scoring to supplement the loss of KD. Dorian Finney-Smith, I forget how many points he had last night. He's been a Rockets whipping boy, Rockets fan whipping boy. Trust me, I know. He hit a couple of big shots last night. Reed Shepherd, you talked about it, hit some big shots last night. Let me say this about Reed Sheppard. I've been long-winded.
Yeah.
Your guy Reed Sheppard.
Yeah.
He's a really good basketball player. But and you can see he's an undersized guard. Excellent shooter, tenacious guy. But everybody in the NBA knows you want to go at him defensively and you want to pick on him. And the Lakers, to a certain extent, had success with that. Credit to Reed Sheppard, who part of the reason why they blew game 3. Credit to Reed Sheppard for bowing up and saying, I'm not going to go out like that. And that clip you played of LeBron, giving him the chicken wing, that's just playoff basketball. That's just a part of the deal. LeBron tried to G-check it to see it because he is undersized, and the talk is go at him to see if you can knock him off his axis. And Reed Sheppard is not a good defender, but credit to Reed Sheppard for not shrinking in the moment, accepting that LeBron chicken wing, picking his pocket, and then doing what Reed Sheppard provides to the Rockets, which is he's the best 3-point shooter on that team.
Hell yeah. And I want to thank Dom. I saw it on the chat. So Shams is reporting that KD is out for game 6. So
I don't think he comes back even for game 7. I think the Rockets have had success without him, and I think they could continue to have success without him.
Tony, okay, go. I got a KD thing. What's yours? Do you want to stay on?
Brooksy, there's got to be something. We talked about the psyche of Devers right now in the slump, but on the flip side, there's got to be something for the psyche of this Rockets team playing without KD about, like, it's kind of like a galvanizing thing.
Yeah, 100%. Right? Yeah, 100%. Yeah. I mean, like I said, the Rockets won 52 games and went to the first round of the playoffs last year without Kevin Durant. What have they done this year? They won 52 games and they're in the first round of the playoffs without Kevin Durant.
Nice.
You're not whole, you're not complete, but this is not an unfamiliar situation for the Rockets. And listen, if Buddy Hield doesn't go off in game 7 last year, if I'm remembering correctly, Warriors don't win that series and the Rockets go to the second round. Buddy Hield ain't walking through that door for the Lakers, obviously. LeBron ain't getting any younger, and Luka's not going to walk through that door for the Lakers because he's not playing.
I tell you what, man, this is, and I think if you really look at everything going on right now, this is the best series happening right now in the NBA, because the Knicks and the Hawks, it's starting to look like the Knicks are elevating. They're the better team in my mind. Although Boston Philly has taken an interesting turn. That's going to be a really interesting game 6. Let's see what happens there. But staying on Houston, Rod, Kevin Durant, just one more thing on Durant, because, and I mean, no surprise here, but you're already hearing like rumblings and murmurs like KD might be again looking for a new home at the end of this season when everything is over. Do you agree with that? And do you think that would be good for Houston in a bizarro way? Like, is it maybe better to move on from Kevin Durant? How do you view that?
Nah, I mean, listen, we all know that Kevin Durant can be mercurial. To be kind. At times he can be just a flat out dick. I mean, it's just, with the burner accounts and all that kind of stuff. What is indisputable is that he's easily one of the greatest basketball players of all time.
No question.
And even coming up on 40 years of age, he is a lethal weapon.
Totally.
And I tell you what, it's just me. If I were a teammate of Kevin Durant's, he could talk shit about me. And I wouldn't like it. But you know what I do like? I like them 30 points a game he provides. And I like his ability to, as I put myself in this very hypothetical situation, I like his ability to get me open shots because opposing teams are so worried about him. So I'll say all that to say this. He shouldn't go anywhere. The Rockets would be crazy to trade him. And from what I understand, this is just stuff I hear. I'm not obviously plugged into the Rockets, but from what I understand, everybody knows Kevin's get down, and nobody really gets all that upset about it. And you're a better outfits in the long term. Short term, where the Rockets are right now, they're handling business without Kevin Durant. Long term, second round if they get there, and next season and beyond, you're a much better basketball team if Kevin Durant is around. So I don't think he's going anywhere, and he shouldn't go anywhere.
Right on.
Hey, Brooksy, I want to get to these supers. There's more supers while you're here, and this is from our wonderful Noemi Catalina. And Yeah, she says, I'm a Lakers fan since birth. I'd like Houston to whip the Lakers if it means a LeBron departure. Embarrass him, please. I can't stand Queen James. And then she follows it up with, that's how pissed off I am. My grammar is off.
You're good, Noemi. No, Noemi's good. You're good. Yeah.
Here's what I love. She paid good American currency to tell us and the viewers and listeners of Polymac Particles how much she hates LeBron James on her own team.
And she's a Laker
and a Laker fan, right? Yeah.
Noemi, thank you for that. Sorry. Now, Ian Weiland checks in. He says, LeBron is no doubt motivated by the narrative that the Lakers are still his team and that he can dominate without Luka. F you, Ledoux.
Yeah. I think, Rod, and again, tell me if you see this or maybe you don't see this, but I swear the last two games, it almost looks like LeBron, and this does make sense, like in a biological way, that I'm starting to see a little fatigue. It looks like the legs are getting heavy, and it's only the first round. So, I mean, if the Lakers advance, that's going to be something to keep an eye on. But do you see that, Brooksy? He almost looks –
yeah. I mean, you go back and you watch game 1 and then look at what you saw in game 4 and then last night. You could see a LeBron that is fatigued because not only is he 41 years old, because he's had to do more with Luka and Reeves being out for for most of the series, obviously with Reeves coming back. So, and also – you had more days off in between the first and second game of this series than you've had in between games 4 and games 5, and what you will have in between game 5 and game 6, because game 6 tomorrow, if I'm remembering correctly. I'm positive that game 7 is going to be on Sunday because, of course, you're going to have a game 7 with the Lakers possibly involved on a Sunday, and probably that's going to be on ABC. So with 1 day in between games, on top of carrying more of a load because you don't have Luka there next to you, and only 1 day off in between games, you could see a decline in LeBron James for sure.
Real quickly, Paulie, I just want to say I'm not Şengün's an easy guy to kind of like not like.
I love him right now, though, T. I'm loving him. Eurostep your ass all over the place, dude. Eurostep. When he decides he's going to the rim, man, I love the way this guy, he's got he plays at his own pace, and he's very effective, dude, down in as you know. I've become a big fan of this dude.
Well, I was going to say real quick, I'm really enjoying him in this series. And like you said, probably a big fan, but I'm also enjoying him getting into LeBron's head like he did last night. You know?
Well, and that's where he's effective. I have a love-hate relationship with Şengün. More hate than love. I'm not a fan of the histrionics. And I don't like it across the league. And even if you're on my squad, I don't like it. I don't like the snapping of the head back and grabbing your face when you got hit in the neck. Now you got hit in the neck. That stinks. But you didn't get hit in the face. So I got a problem with that. And I have a problem with Şengün when he decides that he wants to take 3-pointers because A, he's not very good at shooting them. And B, that ain't your game, bruh. No. When he settles for a 3, opposing defense goes, whew, because you don't have a big body dude going down in the paint and creating some havoc. So I think that he is playing the type of basketball he needs to play, being a big body, being a big presence, because the Lakers don't have that. No. The Lakers, they don't have that. It's DeAndre Ayton, and then it drops off from there. So to see Şengün play the game I think his body is suited for, play the game that he needs to play within the context of this series, and also be a physical instigator, if you will, when it's time for him to match up with LeBron. That's where he's effective. To me, he ain't very effective when he's out there flopping around and looking for calls and all that nonsense, and when he's out there shooting 3-pointers because he thinks he's the Turkish Steph Curry.
So nice, dude. So what? T, go.
There's one more super. I'm just trying to my New Year's resolution this year, Rod, is trying to get the supers on time when they happen, because I've been really bad about getting to them, and I'm still late on this one. Escobar Cheeks III, he says the look over the glasses gives, quote, disappointed dad. So there you go, Escobar Cheeks III. Thank you for the super, brother. All right, Paulie, we're clear. The decks are clear. Thank you.
So I'm going to take this. I'm going to transition. And Brooksy, thanks for the time today, man. I know it's last minute and everything. But just to kind of look at a couple of other NBA things real quick. You mentioned the histrionics. I'm not a fan either. I don't like guys that throw themselves on the floor as opposed to like looking to create space and get a legit basket, which brings me to SGA and the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Yeah.
He's a special player, but he's got all of those kind of characteristics, the head snaps, throwing himself down and all that. But meanwhile, I wonder, when you look at the Western Conference, Brooksy, forget about Houston for a second, but OKC and San Antonio, to me, are two really interesting teams because I don't know, like everybody else, I don't know what the solution is for Wemby. Like, there's really no way to game plan him. There's no way to defend him. He's going to do what he wants to do ultimately offensively. So when you talk OKC and the Spurs, who do you think, Brooksy, has the better chance at moving farther in the postseason?
Let me go with the Wemby thing first. The only thing you could try to do with Wemby is to get him in the foul trouble. When have you ever seen him in foul trouble, or when have you ever seen him get fouled out?
Yeah, right.
You don't.
It doesn't happen. Yeah,
he is a problem.
He's
a problem.
Yep.
And I like to joke that his supervillain arc started when Steph hit that 3 over him in the Olympics, and they had Wemby crying on his mama's shoulder when Steph dropped that golden dagger on him. And then all of a sudden he's training with Shaolin monks. All of a sudden he's hanging out with Kevin Garnett, and I'm like, yep, this is like when Batman saw his parents get shot. It was a wrap after that. So yeah, so now Wemby's a supervillain. Bro, ain't nothing you can do.
Yeah.
You go in there, even with some strength, he's going slap it away from you. He's blocking shots on the perimeter. He's hitting threes. He's putting the ball on the deck. So he's a problem. Say all that to say this. The only team that Oklahoma City has a legit problem with, and is a matchup nightmare for them, is San Antonio Spurs.
Yeah.
I know regular season, postseason are two different things, but you go back and look at the matchups in the regular season. Spurs gave OKC that work. Nobody else is doing that.
That's
to
right.
Oklahoma City because of I mean, it's a good team.
It is,
but their length and athleticism, mainly in the personification of Victor Wembanyama, is a problem for Oklahoma City. So, as much as I would love for the Rockets to be able to do some things, it seems like we are on a collision course for OKC and San Antonio. And as a basketball fan, I got absolutely no problems with that. But I think before we get to that point, Wemby gonna have to see that dude in Denver. Wemby gonna have to deal with Nikola Jokic.
Yeah.
And there's only one Nikola Jokic.
Yeah.
And maybe Nikola Jokic can be that guy to get Wemby problems and possibly get him in foul trouble or whatever. So I'm excited about that potential matchup, just as I'm excited about OKC. But with OKC, they are who they are, and they're easy to dislike because of mainly the antics of SGA and kind of their overall get down to, Dort can be.
I'm not a big Chet Holmgren guy
goofy,
either.
The whole shebang bang. But here's what I say about that. While I don't like it because I am a strict, hey man, play ball. Stop all the BS and play ball.
Yes.
The way the game is officiated and how these young cats move nowadays, they're not doing anything but what they are being allowed to do.
Correct.
As far as how the rules are and how the game is officiated. Because weren't we supposed to be coming down on dudes for flopping? Remember that?
Yeah.
Remember that? It's like we forgot about that. Well, it's so, of course, if there is a reason, and we know how it is in sports, particularly basketball, if there's a chance for you to step up to a line, to a rule, and maybe nudge that line, nudge that rule a little bit in your favor, of course, dudes are going to do that. So if you're Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and here's the frustrating part about it as a fan, it's like when they will allow LeBron to travel. Like he's already good enough, and now you're gonna give a dude that big, that strong, that good. Now you're gonna give him an extra step,
right?
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is already really gifted with a basketball in his hands.
Right.
And now you're gonna allow him to push off on dudes.
Right.
Now you're gonna allow him to create space and not call him for it. That's the clinical definition of an unfair advantage. And I understand why people are upset about it.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, man. And this makes me appreciate Steph Curry all the more because he doesn't resort to that crap.
Nope.
He doesn't, and he gets manhandled off the ball, and he still dominates. A couple more supers, Brooksy. Beat LA 74 coming in. She says, "Love you, Brooksy." Hashtag Plunko Tawny. Hashtag Stop the 3P.
I'm with you. Thank you, Beat LA. Thank you.
We have a movement on this show about we want first pitch of the game. any giant Dodger game just to be
right
at Tony's Reds. Right at his Reds.
I mean, hey, listen, man, Tony Vitello. I mean, he talks that talk. You know, basically, you ain't gonna. We ain't no chumps. Let's put it that way.
Dude, Beanball is back. One of our longtime listeners, Lily Merchant, she says, so glad my meeting ended so I could catch a glimpse of Brooksy keeping it real.
They love Brooksy, man. We all love. Hey, one more, too. Here comes Ian Weiland, Tony. Give Ian. Radio is dead. You guys roll. Yeah. Thank you. Hey, maybe the allegations are true, but thank you, Ian. We appreciate it. All right,
Thanks,
Brooksy.
Ian.
Last thing for you today is, and I didn't think this was going to come up today, but this is something I observed when I was watching First Take this morning, is that Draymond Green suddenly, I guess this is from his podcast. I have these quotes here. I want to read these. Tony, I don't know if you saw this.
I did.
Okay, so it's funny, Rod, because last night Tony and I talked a lot about Steve Kerr, and we are in the camp where we hope Steve Kerr returns. We like Kerr.
Yes.
The resume speaks for itself. We hope that continues. So on the heels of that, to wake up this morning, and I always thought Draymond and Steve Kerr, and I'm sure they do. I'm sure they have a relationship that we can't really understand after all these years. And I think Kerr, by and large, has done a really good job kind of managing Draymond Green and the emotions and the swings. And he's a really tough guy to coach, I'm sure, in a lot of ways. But Draymond today says, or quote, here's the quote. He goes, I think that Steve Kerr kind of hindered my career, but he's also helped me become who I am. You got to take the good with the bad. But I'm sitting here going, hindered your career. And then Kenny the Jet Smith, last thing, Kenny the Jet Smith goes, he took exception to that. And he said, listen, Draymond Green's over here talking about Steve Kerr, quote, hindering his career. He goes, how about this, Draymond? If you would have worked on your shooting and become a better shooter with all these open looks you get, you'd probably have 6 rings instead of the 4. That's what Kenny said. And I was like, that's a good comeback. So, Brooksy, I was surprised to see this, but give me your reaction to all this Draymond stuff.
I would have never in a million years thought that Draymond would say that.
Yeah,
but
right.
Since he said it, is it surprising? The thing about Draymond, and this does not make him unique, he's just one of the louder ones about it, that he has delusions of self-grandeur.
Okay.
Offensively. Defensively, he's one of them, not the greatest defensive player of all time. But offensively, he knows his shortcomings, and I think that eats at him a bit. Why did he punch Jordan Poole? Because Jordan Poole said he's an expensive backpack for 30.
Yeah.
What does it look like when Draymond's shooting a 3? Look like you got a backpack on, right? And I'm kind of conflating those two things, but Draymond has always been sensitive, and I paused on purpose about his offensive shortcomings. He's been sensitive about a lot of things. One of them being his offensive shortcomings. To me, that's just Draymond being Draymond. Kenny Smith said what's right. Said the obvious thing, and I think it carries a lot of weight coming from a guy who's won 2 rings, coming from a guy who is considered to be a very, very, very good shooter. All right, he's still the one with the record for the most threes in an NBA Finals game. What was it, 6 or 7 in Game 1 of the '95 Finals when the Rockets beat the Magic on their way to a sweep and going back to back. I just like to just drop a little bit of Rockets lower in there. What really galled me about what Draymond said was not the delusions of self-grandeur, was when he said not running offensive sets for him when they had Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
Bruh.
Yeah. No, what are you talking about, man? Come on.
Steph.
Yeah.
Clay.
Yeah.
Kevin Durant.
Yeah. Right.
You always going to be number 4.
Yeah.
On who we get the ball to in that situation.
Lucky to be number 4.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's just, man, it's just Draymond being Draymond. Draymond be talking, dog.
Do you think that? Do you think in any way this affects Steve Kerr's?
No. I listen. What I took from that conversation, or what Draymond said, was not I didn't get the ball enough, to just sort of use that catch-all term. When he said that, he told Steve, "I don't think you like me very much," and it made Steve emotional. Steve Kerr watched you punch your teammate and ruin the season after the unexpected 2022 championship, and I think it's still causing harm to the franchise to this day.
Wow.
And he backed you on that.
Yeah.
Okay. He didn't come out and say, I can't believe he one hitter quitter to teammate. Steve Kerr publicly got mad at the video being leaked.
Yeah.
Didn't get publicly mad at Draymond. He got publicly mad because the video got leaked.
Great call.
Draymond Green cussed out Kevin Durant in front of 18,000 people in LA.
Yeah.
And I don't care what anybody says. That was emphasis on the word part of the reason that Kevin Durant decided to leave.
Yeah.
Yet, Steve Kerr didn't say anything about that publicly.
Right.
You cussed out Steve Kerr at halftime of a game. I think it was a playoff game.
They almost had to bring the SWAT team in on that one.
Oklahoma City.
Yeah.
You acted like a petulant child in the middle of a game against a very good Oklahoma City team, and they lit that side. You kicked LeBron in the groin, got yourself suspended for a finals game that ultimately led to the Warriors not winning a championship, and Steve Kerr didn't publicly say anything to you.
Mm-hmm.
So for you to say, and then to even repeat this conversation publicly, yo, man, take this shit to your grave. For you to publicly recount to say, I don't think you like me very much, to the dude that has done nothing but, if not back you, at least not cut you off at the knees publicly. For you to say that, Draymond just be talking sometimes.
And Rod, you know what's so disappointing for me, at least about this, is he just 2 days ago or 3 days ago was just singing Kerr's praises, and I was so happy about that. I'm like, Draymond's grown up, he's matured, he's taking the high road, he's saying all the right things, he's being nice, and then all of a sudden this comes out today, and I'm like, damn it.
And so I say all that to say this: Draymond be talking, and if any of those incidences weren't enough for Steve Kerr to say, you know what, I'm done with this dude, or I'm done with this dude and this organization. If none of those incidences made him make that decision, I don't think what Draymond just said on this podcast, because Draymond be talking, I don't think what he just said recently is going to move the needle, not one bit of difference. I said, on Quality Hang, last week that I expect Steve Kerr to come back. I'm still on it. I think he's coming back.
I hope so, man.
And I think he's coming back because of his affection for Draymond, which is the irony of the whole thing.
Right. It's a totally demented thing.
You could argue, and I've got a couple more supers for Rod, but you could argue that every technical Draymond gets is selfish because he knows he's a target. He knows they're trying to get it called on him. Yeah. And it's like, hey, Draymond, clean it up, cut the crap.
Yeah, I think about all the times, and good on Draymond. He didn't do this past season because I think he realized that people were hip to the game. Remember how it was almost guaranteed that if Steph wasn't playing, Draymond was going to find a way to get kicked out.
It happened a lot. It was like very is there a pattern here? Yeah, it's no Steph, I'm getting chucked from this game. You're right, dude. That happened a lot. And
four more supers, Paulie. Four more supers. Here we go. Beat LA is back, and she says, one more thing, Brooksy. I support your obsession with the robot overlord. We can't let Skynet become aware. Has nobody else seen T2?
Bro, y'all know what China's doing with these robots?
Yeah.
Have y'all seen the video?
They're marching around, dude. They're organizing. They're in groups.
Brother, they got them. They got them doing flips. They got them now where you can't knock them down. They'll pop right back up. They had a robot finish a half marathon in 40 minutes. That's just one robot. Imagine thousands of Chinese robots running at 25 miles an hour doing parkour. Brother, we are cooked.
We are
dude. They got them doing. They're putting them in mosh pits. You know what I mean? They're moshing. It shows. Yeah.
When they finally arm these bad boys, it is over for humanity.
Over, dude. I'm gonna be somebody's house pet in a couple of years. I'll be like some Chinese guy's gonna be walking me around on a leash down the street.
Well, hey, Rod, you know how Half Baked has basically come to fruition, right? The whole movie. Well, it's like the show Black Mirror is coming to fruition with all this craziness we're talking about, man. Like, look out, people.
I mean, the Black Mirror and Idiocracy are documentaries.
Yeah.
Yes.
They're historical truth tellers.
BLA, great super. Thank you, BLA. Scarlet Fire says, protect Rod Brooks at all costs.
That's why we're here. We got Brooksy's back 1,000,000%. Thank you, Scarlet Fire. Always.
Hell yeah. A Red Jet Shell says another few dollars just because Rod is the truth. You down with PMP? Hell yeah, you know me. Red Jet Shell, love you.
Yeah.
And then Steve Groschel chiming in. He says, pissed off Tony and pissed off Brooksy. The PNP Army got our money.
Yeah. Oh, dude, it was like anger and fury today on the PNP show. So, Brooksy, I'll leave you with this, man. And thanks again for coming on short notice. But I will say this, dude, in the name of ZZ Top, in the name of the Ghetto Boys, in the name of Bum Phillips, let's effing go. Brooksy, I'm all Rockets all the time. I almost texted you last night, but I thought, you know what? I don't want to disrupt this because there's too much harmony in the universe. I don't want to be the guy like, hey, great game. And all of a sudden the Rockets like blow it. So just know, Brooksy, I am with you spiritually. I cannot wait for game 6. This thing's going back to LA. I'm telling you, this thing's going back to LA. And then it's anybody, dude, flip a coin. All bets are off game 7. So let's get it done.
I think we are all with you. I think the whole PMP familia is with you on this one. Like to give Noemi Catalina some love, somos juntos, dude, on this one. We are together. And I just went over to Instagram Live, by the way. Thank you, everybody, for checking us out on Instagram Live. Yeah. There is an account that I got to give love to just because I know you guys will love this. There's an account that's watching our show right now called Top Jimmy Swings.
Oh, nice. Nice. He certainly does.
Top Jimmy Cooks, too.
Top Jimmy Swings. Yes, sir.
He's got the love.
Yeah, hell yeah. Brooksy, I love you, bro. Thank you so much for the time, man. And go Rockets. We'll talk soon, man.
Man, it makes the heart feel good to hang out with my brothers. It makes the heart feel good to get the love from the PMP family. Quality Hang, we just celebrated our year anniversary and 100th episode. And Quality Hang does not happen without you two guys, without Dom. And I did this whole thing because I wanted to hang out with my friends and talk to my friends. And we're still doing it. And we're still doing the thing. And new Quality Hang tonight. We're going live at 8 o'clock. So more Rockets talk. And more of my righteous fury and anger about various things.
And more robot overlords, please, too.
Listen, I'm just trying to let people know, man. It's a wrap. Get your affairs in order. I, for one, welcome our new robot overlords because ain't nothing stopping them.
Hashtag get your affairs in order, bro. That's all. Thanks, Brooksy.
I love you guys. Go Rockets.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go. Thanks, Brooksy.
See you.
Later.
Hell yeah, dude. Brooksy for freaking life. You guys know what a great day. Dude, this turned from like a pissed off angry show to a joyous occasion.
Yes.
Just Rod. And again, dude, brings back memories of, ready for this, you guys? 1998 when Brooksy, myself, and Tony were doing a show with the executive engineer of All Giant Broadcast, Darren Chan. It was like an all-star team. Speaking of all-star team, Tony, Tom Stack. Jumping Stack Flash, he's an all-star. He's on the PMP all-star team, starting first baseman this Friday. You know what? Bench Devers, put Tom Stack out there because at the very least, he's going to make the ladies happy. Yeah. And again, are you guys noticing a pattern? Tony and I surround ourselves with like handsome dudes, be it a Rags in Jersey, be it a Rod Brooks, be it a Tom Stack. Suddenly, I'm hoping some of their handsomeness kind of rubs off on us. You know what I'm saying?
I've been riding coattails my entire life, and I'm not going to stop now.
No. But anyway, Tom Stack, Jumping Stack Flash. We love Tom. Tom is one of our great friends, honestly, for a long time. Before he came to the PMP show, we both have relationships with Tom. He's a great guy. I've known him primarily as a brother in the Deadhead community. We've seen shows together. We have, right there. Tom Stack and I saw a Dead and Company with Bill Walton at Shoreline a few years back. So, and Tom was a very close friend of Bill's. Like I was friends with Bill, but Tom was like almost blood brothers with Bill. So a lot in common with Tom Stack. Very easy guy to talk to. He's got a big presence out in the East Bay. He was involved with the Town Hall Theater for 10 plus years. He was the vice president of the board, produces concerts. He also produces the Lafayette Art and Wine Festival every September. That's a big deal. I've been to that. That's a lot of fun. He also has been named the Lafayette Chamber of Commerce Business Person of the Year. He's had a lot of accomplishments out in the East Bay with his business. And again, now working for Coldwell Banker Realty, he's ready to help you guys, help any one of us who is out there in the market looking for a house. I'm still trying to hook up Stevie B with Tom Stack because I think Stevie B is getting ready to purchase his first home. And I tell you the truth, Stevie B, if you're out there, I envy you because I wish I had Tom Stack as an agent when I was shopping for a house because you can trust him. He's been doing this for over 20 years. read some of Tom's reviews on Yelp too. You'll see people love this dude. He is a people person. He's an SI product, just like Creative Tony and Scarlet Fire and Dr. Matt Young's son. And again, just know this: when it's time to go shopping for a house, when you're ready to buy, it's time to talk to Tom Stack. He's going to give you the guidance and assistance that you need. He's not going to strong arm you into anything that's not right for you or your budget. He's going to treat you like a rock star ultimately. So talk to Tom Stack about what you're trying, where you want to be too. Like, where do you want to live? Where do you want to see houses? Talk to Tom. If you are out of Tom's reach, and let's just say you're up near Willits or something like that. And shout out Willits, the good people of Willits. It's hot up in Willits, by the way. It gets hot up there. Maybe you're up in Healdsburg. You know what I mean? Go Hounds, Healdsburg Hounds. And you're like, well, that might be too far away for Tom. Maybe, but maybe not. But if it is out of Tom's range, he's going to hook you up with an agent you can trust. So reach out and talk to Tom Stack today. Jumpin' Stack Flash is waiting for your call, 925-878-9964. He is a hell of a business person. He's going to give you a fair deal. And again, he's going to treat you like a rock star and get you in the home that you desire and the home that's right for you, your family, and your budget. So thank you, Tom Stack, T.
Paulie, in closing, Tom basically has done work with people in Martinez, in Concord, in Walnut Creek, in Pleasant Hill, and then the La Marinda corridor, which is Lafayette, Moraga, Orinda, but the greater East Bay. He's done work with people in Oakland, in I'm blanking on the town right next to Oakland. Gosh darn it. Anyways,
Emeryville? What are we talking?
Not Emeryville. Gosh,
I don't know. Next to Oakland, Berkeley. All the people in Berkeley.
Yes, Berkeley definitely, but definitely it's right at 580. I'm blanking on the town name. Oh, Castro Valley. Sorry.
Sure.
Yeah. Castro Valley, sorry. But also, I just wanted to remind people too, he built a business from scratch selling T-shirts in parking lots across the country. It dead shows, as you mentioned, right?
Yeah.
And then eventually marketing and licensing merchandise to like 600 stores in United States, Europe, and Japan as a licensee of the Grateful Dead. And then he took all of that and became a successful Colo Banco real estate agent since 2006, and he applies those lessons learned in merchandising to his efforts to like prospecting, marketing, selling, or finding a home for his clients. He's received numerous awards for his annual sales production, consistently finishing the top 1% nationally in sales among all Coldwell Banker agents. So give Tom a call or email Tom, and Tom will, yes, indeed, treat you like a rock star. 925-878-9964 or email tom.stack@cbnorcal.com. He's such a good dude. Get in touch with him.
Thank you, Tom Stack. And by the way, we're going to have a Tom Stack hit, Tony, in a couple of weeks because he's not done with this Bruce tour. Bruce is still touring. I think he played, I know he was just in Jersey, and I think he played like Austin, Texas a couple of nights ago. Nice. But Tom is flying to see him in Cleveland. I think he's seeing him with his son, actually. So we'll have Tom on the day after that for a little Bruce Springsteen review. I'm looking forward to that.
Hey, before we wrap up the show, we're going to give some love too, and I can't wait for that Tom Stack hit, seriously, because he's going to bring the energy from that show to our show, which is going to be great.
And he's got that voice too. He's going to be like, Bruce, oh boy, last night Tom's got kind of a raspy thing going, so I'll be like, boy, Bruce, he closed with "Chimes of Freedom" by Bob Dylan. I tell you, it was amazing. You know what I mean? He's got that thing going. Yeah, you'll see. Yeah,
and he's just a magnet, man. He's got that personality, man. He's so magnetic. He just brings people together, man. That's why he's a partner with us on the show. And Tom, thank you so much for the support, brother. Paulie, more supers.
Okay,
and then we do have to give love to Losty as well, and 100%. We have more supers. And it's been a really fun show because I started out really upset.
I know the anger and fury of a creative Tony. You don't get it every day. Tony's usually pretty chill. I like when Tony gets mad. I do. I like it. I got to say, I think the audience liked it too.
I don't know, dude. I don't know. But I will say, I want to thank everybody so much for the supers for our show. And also when Rod comes on, he feels the love.
Thank you guys.
So I'm going to do, this is Gravy Graves. Now, again, sorry, Mark Gravy Graves. He sent this at 12:34. Sorry, dude. Really, I apologize. I got to get better about my New Year's resolution, but how to get out of Devers' contract? Yeah. How about a 6-year strike, dude?
You know what, Gravy? That it might come down to something like that. Yeah, you might just get your wish, by the way. It sounds like there is going to be a play stoppage. I don't know how baseball comes back from that, but I don't even want to go down that road yet. Let's hope these jackasses can figure it out. Because you know what, Tony? The baseball owners, they're not making enough money. They need more, Yeah.
Salary. It's 2 words. Salary cap. Very simple. Salary cap. Yeah. Very simple. I mean, anyways, we don't have to get into that right now at the end of the show. But thank you, Gravy, for that super. And also, I didn't give this enough love from Ian Weiland. I just got to put it back up on the show because Rod got a good chuckle out of it. Where is it? He says this: "Radio is dead. You guys rule." Hashtag free Murph. Ian, thanks again for that super. I got a kick out of that. Just wanted to give it the love it deserved. And then we've got finally, Humdinger 87. Hope you had a wonderful birthday. Happy belated birthday to you, Leah Phillips. And she says, I got 5 on more Rod Brooks. You the real MVP, Brooksy. Hashtag one love. Hashtag one glove. There we go.
Thank you, Humdinger. You're one of our favorites, and you're our MVP. You're one of our MVPs in the Broads community. The Broads of PMP. By the way, Tony, just to get this out there real quick, and then we can do Carlos, and we can wrap this up. But just a reminder for everybody, if you want to play along tomorrow with the music assignment, first of all, one of our favorite people in the PMP familia, Escobar Cheeks, the third, not the second, not junior, the third. He's going to join us tomorrow. And again, the music assignment, if you want to play along, is by his request. He's running the show tomorrow. He said songs by Michael Jackson or the Jackson 5. So send those into paulyspod@gmail.com. I look forward to that very much. I remember, it's crazy. It's funny, Tony, you and I are old enough to remember like what it was like when Thriller came out. Like I remember when they debuted that video on MTV, it was like a huge event. And it was like a 15-minute thing because they had that little movie at the beginning, the short film where he's taking his girl to the movies and all that. And it's just funny to have actually lived through the Michael Jackson era when we were kids. Now, I think the kids today look at Michael Jackson the way I look at somebody like Jimi Hendrix, like almost like he was before my time. I listen to Jimi Hendrix regularly, but I was real enough to reach out and touch him or go see him or anything like that. And I think that's how kids look at Michael now. He's like this iconic figure, but he was gone when most of these kids grew up. He was already gone. So, but anyway, looking forward to that, Cheeks, very much. And if you would like to sponsor a music assignment anytime in the future, all you got to do is email us, paulyspod@gmail.com. Tell us what your concept is, what your theme is, and make a donation to the show, and we'll put you on the air with us. And that's a great way, again, for Tony and I to kind of hang with you guys, because it's really the only way we can do it without us being able to take phone calls. So anyway, looking forward to Cheeks tomorrow, Tony. I think that's all I have. So I can give you the low spot.
I wanted to say too, just to those people, if you've seen any of the guest hits for people in the music assignment, they're very, very, very good. Everybody has just crushed it on these guest appearances. So that's why we have a great audience of very talented and creative people. So come and join us. I can't wait for Cheeks to jump on the show tomorrow. By the way, we have another super from Stevie B. Stevie B, cheers from New Jersey. Paying respects to the Stone Pony, Paulie. Stevie
B. That a boy. Hey, and just for your head, Stevie B, and give it my respects as well. Eat some Jersey pizza for me while you're back there also. And Stevie B, I forget if we rapped about this, but if you haven't seen Deliver Me From Nowhere, the Bruce movie, Jeremy Allen White plays him. It's on Hulu. They shoot multiple scenes at the Stone Pony where Bruce is just sitting in with like local bands. Because Tony, he used to do that all the time. Like when I was in high school, it was pretty much a fair bet that Bruce would be popping up at the Stone Pony at least once or twice a month. He like when he's not touring, he just has to keep playing. He's one of those guys, like he has to play. So that was a very common occurrence back in the day. But Stevie B, you enjoy the Stone Pony, enjoy Asbury, and give it my best. The Jersey crew, give him my best. So, Tony, final moments today. Carlos De La Fuente, I want to give him some love today, too. I didn't see him on the board, but he's out there somewhere doing his thing.
He's
Carlos,
probably taking care of somebody and somebody's money today, Paulie, or he's just doing what he does. The Lord's work, as they say.
Or he's just working out on the heavy bag, working out his Giants frustrations, because I guarantee you he went code red too when Walker blew that game. So, Los D, we love Carlos. He's this guy. I mean, I'd rather talk about like the human being because I'm just such a big fan of Carlos, the guy. But he is also excellent at what he does at Flex Funding. I mean, he's been helping people out in the PMP community for over a year now. Corinne has had great experiences with him. Jeff Faust has had great experiences with him. I think, did Lily work with Carlos too? I know there's others. Anyway, maybe it wasn't Lily, but there are others out there. And everybody who has worked with Carlos has nothing but great things to say about him. And Carlos is like a one-stop shop for all of your financial concerns, needs, and goals. He's going to address them with you. He's one of us, San Francisco native, over 25 years of experience in the financial game. And again, it's this type of year where everybody is feeling the pinch, man. There's just no way around. I saw another report today. Gas, again, another all-time high this morning. It is now peaked again at another all-time high. You know what they're saying? You know what they're that's awesome. Yeah. They're saying don't expect any change in the gas price other than more increases by the end of this calendar year, meaning like it's not going to change for the better until we get to 2027. And even then, it's anybody's guess. Now, I know it's not just gasoline. I get that, but it's a factor. It's a freaking factor. So is going grocery shopping. God help you if you have kids like Tony. There's all these costs. So how do you navigate through all this stuff? It's getting pretty hectic for a lot of people. Tony, it's getting kind of hectic. What you got to do is you got to talk to a guy like Carlos and say, listen, Carlos, Polymac always talks about you and these loan programs you have. Ask him how you can get some money in your pocket. Might be a HELOC loan, might be, you could do a reverse mortgage. There's so many different things Carlos can offer you, and he'll find the right kind of loan program that's going to suit you. He will never, like Tom Stack, Carlos is not a pushy dude. He is not going to push or force you or lead you down some road that's going to wind up hurting you in the long run. He's just not that kind of guy. That's not how he does business. He's more concerned with your success and your well-being. And if you have an idea and you're like, Carlos, I want to do a HELOC loan, he might look at your numbers and say, nah, I don't recommend that, man. That might not be a good move for you right now. And that kind of trustworthiness, that kind of honesty, you can't really put a price on. So talk to Carlos about what you're trying to do. If you need money in your pocket, Carlos can definitely help you with that. 925-250-4894. Carlos De La Fuente, Flex Funding, low STI on the streets. Carlos at myflexnow.com, Tony. And we thank Carlos just for being a great dude, great partner, and offering his great services and partnership to the PMP community.
I just want to say in closing for that, Paulie, because you nailed it, is that Carlos is a man for others. He chose a career to help take care of other people.
Yeah.
He's a caregiver in that sense. And he knows what he's doing too. And the best part about it, and I've talked to my friends here on the peninsula that have worked with Carlos and have stayed in touch with Carlos, that once you do business with Carlos, you're going to gain a friend in the process. You're going to gain somebody new in your life that is a very good person and somebody that you're going to enjoy speaking with and talking to. Just
you
like
enjoy myself, Tony. Go ahead.
You enjoy myself. Paulie. Are you going to MSG, Paulie, or are you going to MSG? But sorry, a little fish.
I never knew that. I never heard that one. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, it's a great sticker. MSG.
Okay.
A little fish humor for those who are wondering what the hell we're talking about. But Carlos De La Fuente, one of the greatest dudes we've met since this show began. And I'm so thankful to have him as a partner and a friend. And I'm just saying, if you do business with us, it's not going to end with the transaction. It's only just beginning. Same with Tom Stack, right? Same with Dr. Young. Same with everybody that we are partners with on this show.
Shout out to the band Chicago. Only the beginning. Hey, I want to thank Rod Brooks for coming on super short notice today. Rod was freaking great. And looking forward to tomorrow, where we will be joined by Escobar Cheeks III. Want to thank everybody for your patience today too. Rags, you be careful out there on the freeways, bro. Get home safe. And thank you, Tracy, for taking care of my guy. I want to thank, Will Sparks is in the house. What's up, bro? Red Jet Shell, Jake Lucas, actor. You got it, brother. Jake Lucas, actor. All of you guys, thanks for joining. Matt Stenson, Arkansas Dave, you know what I mean? Sweet Mad Hatter, Miguel. Grosh is in the house. We've only just begun. The Carpenters, 100%. All right, you guys, we're out of here. We'll be back tomorrow. Hopefully the Giants can win the second game. And if anybody is hanging out later today, you feel like joining me for another hit, again, I'll be a guest on Walter's show, Rounding Third and King. I'll be hopping on with him at about 5:45. Talk a little more. And hopefully we're talking about a Giants win. Let's split this doubleheader at least before we get the hell out of Philly. Tony, speaking of getting the hell out of, pull the levers and get us the hell out of here, and we'll see everybody tomorrow.
I will, Paulie. Give me a reason to play this tomorrow, Giants.
Bombs away.
And also just because we all need to hear it at the end of the show. Of course. Stand by. I'm not giving up on this.
Standing.
Come on.
We would all like to be able to live an uncluttered life, a simple life, a good life.
And on that note, also reminder, check out Rod Brooks tonight as well. Quality Hang 8 p.m. For those of you, if you missed Rod with us today, also go to our YouTube channel at Polymax Particles. Like and subscribe while you're there. Don't forget about the audio versions on Spotify and Apple Podcasts.
Hold on, Tony. I got one last request, and I'd like to honor my request. Who asked for this one? Particle Patton. You want chimes, bro? Let me give you some chimes on the way out. Your wish is my command, Particle Patton. Sorry, Tony. Take us home.
That's okay, Paulie. And I'm also for Ryan Walkoff. I think I need to slap him one last time. Okay, if you don't mind, for the 2 runs he gave up in the 9th. That's for the 2nd run of the game. That's for the 3rd run of the game. And now, Paulie, we can let everybody go on with their day. Thank you all for joining us. Thank you all for the supers. Thank you for the support. We'll see you tomorrow at high noon. Of course, Paul Mac. God bless America.
I know.
Hours are over, baby.
Okay, y'all. Thanks again. Noemi, Lily Merchant, Ian Weiland, Big Al. My God, Big Al, Shaggy 75. Good to see you again, too, brother. Hum Daddies. Love all of y'all. Everybody be cool. We will be back. Like Tony said, we'll see you tomorrow at high noon. And check me out tonight at 5:45 with Walter on Rounding, 3rd, and King. Everybody be cool. Go Giants. And cheers, y'all.
Volley, sorry. Last thing, too. I apologize. We didn't do numerology today. Episode 312. I'll just do jersey number 12, Dusty Baker. I'll throw that out there. And I also want to give much love to my goddaughter, my friend Joe Barron's daughter, Elizabeth Barron's birthday today. Happy birthday, Elizabeth. Happy birthday, Lulu. And thank you, Joe, for listening to the show. He listens every day. You know Joe. You know Joe.
Joe. I love Joe. Joe rules. Hey, Joe, where are you going with that gun in your hand? And then finally, for me playing numerology, this is for the old school Niner heads out there like Paul Tonelli. He would appreciate this one. Shout out number 12, John Brody. Okay?
Dude.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, that's
Love
for Tonelli. All right.
Love it. Love it. Peace, y'all. Tomorrow, high noon. Peace.